Okay, let's try again. So we've had 2 days of demolition, 2 work days since the builders have been in. So I'm going to do a tour. So that's the front of the house, no front door. But eventually there will be a little porch there and a front door on the right. So we go around the corner, down the path, and this is where the front door is. Okay. Right, it's dark, there's no electricity at the moment, so I'll just open the curtains. But before I do, I'll point out the laminate floorboarding that was on this wall and the entryway and that whole wall in the living room. Okay, so I'm going into the living room. I'm going to open the blinds into the dining and open the blinds. Holy shit. Okay, so that area we're looking at now was the kitchen. So there used to be a wall there with the oven. I don't like the look of some of those studs, but they're removing them all anyway. So that's good. Right, that's kitchen window. That used to be above the sink, which is still there. That was the dining area and into the kitchen. Yeah, there used to be a tiny little island there. And you'll notice they've had to put a strut up because they decided to put a feature shelf, an open feature shelf in between the kitchen and the living, and they just sawed supporting studs. So that main load bearing wall was resting on a shelf basically. So this was the living area. God, look at it. Air conditioner's still up. We're getting rid of that. They might be going to sell it or something, I don't know. You can see the back of the electricity box, and I'll just back up, show you the ceiling with all the wires. Bearing in mind an electrician used to live here and he was ADHD and put electricity wherever he could. Okay, let's go back. So this is the entry hall and the entrance. Here is the toilet. I don't know if it's still there. It is still there and still working. Presuming they're using it at the moment, I don't know. Laundry. So you can see the taps where the laundry sink was, and back door. Laundry door. 2 steps, front door. Okay, that's got electricity, so maybe they've just removed all the light bulbs. That was the linen cupboard. And this is the hallway down to the bedrooms and the bathroom. So, first bedroom, main bedroom, that used to have wardrobes along all that wall. And then that's the outlook to the back garden. This is eventually going to be the living room and some of that space. Sliding doors, no wall into the kitchen. Another bedroom, and then this used to be the bathroom, but it's going to be part of the kitchen and the laundry, and then the bathroom is going to take up, because we're actually going to have a front door. I know, who'd have thought that the bathroom's going to take up all of this space. That's going to be my bedroom, that's going to be Matt's, and then we're going to have a study, some of this and some of that bedroom, and then the living room kitchen is going to be an L shape. And I'm very excited now it's actually happened. Let's show you the ceiling. So all the insulation has gone from the ceiling. Massive cobwebs though. I don't know if you can see, all up there, loads of cobwebs from the spiders. Ooh. Big hole in the sarking, so I wonder if that maybe wouldn't have helped the mould in my wardrobe, possibly. Anyway, right, we'll exit the house, back through the front door. So again, front door on the side, gate to garden, and back door, laundry door. Stupid. Alright, so walking down to the back garden, can't go anywhere because they've put a fence up to store all the wood in. There's Matthew, he's just set up an outside laundry, and that's where we're living. So eventually we will have sliding doors to the back area. All right, that's it for today. Goodbye.